Okay. On the last time of Shattered Planets, Greg was able to give me two upgrade orbs covered in dust. Miraculously, they had been contained in the store, and I was able to use those orbs along with the ones I already had on hand to upgrade my chariot card so that it became none other than my old ship, the Axelon. We devised a plan to use the Axelon with Greg as its pilot to bring Flirth to one of the two giant infestor ships from the Flaming Eye and take control of it. While Drez and I and Skitter, well, Skitter sort of ran off before we could actually follow because the infestors were actually putting their units onto the ship, those bizarre creatures that look humanoid in nature but are ghastly ghouls. And I was able to use the speeder bike, or I suppose I shouldn't call it a speeder bike, but the space bike with Drez, and we were able to swiftly maneuver around the underside of the ship to avoid the infestor's gaze and find a source of slurm large enough to, well, intoxicate the giant beasts that I suppose only like to consume metal and technology. I mean, given the fact that they are biological creatures that despise tech, I suppose it makes sense. However, the tanks of slurm were much too large, and Drez transformed himself, or at least attempted to transform himself, into his draconic form. But as soon as he cast the spell, he started to disintegrate. The putrefaction, it just consumed his body, and he didn't seem himself. And no sooner had that started to happen and he became a Dracolich than Irtos, or at least the spirit of Irtos, Blightclaw, of the Lizardfolk clan arrived. I knew that this could be a potentially dire situation, so I retreated but used my goggles to see what transpired. And for a moment they seemed to consider what to do with us, but then went through a portal. The portal that they created, it led to a beautiful, lush, sort of like a grove in a forest, and it was beautiful, but it didn't appear to be Zagnoth. And so they departed, and, well, Skinner was like, I'm gonna loot what remains of Drez's stuff, and it was just covered in discarded scales and who knows what. And it was then I decided, hey, I'll put on the mask. And as I gazed through the mask, I saw a spirit floating there. And at first I wondered, who could it possibly be? And then it went belly up, as though we were going to lay down or something. And I was like, oh, yep, that's Drez. And Drez was just as confused as I was about the predicament, and Skitter and I decided to try to call upon my patron. Well, not my patron, my father's patron, with the Void Saber. And after numerous attempts, we were finally able to get that critical hit to open up a tear in space. And the patron, he was once again a creature of few words, but he seemed to say that Drez was a minion, and not just any minion, but my minion, that had been granted to me because I required assistance, help. And then I remember, yeah, I did in fact on my way to Zagnoth ask, pray? I don't know quite what to say, for help on this strange alien world, and oh, then the deluge came and I ended up with Greg and Drez, so were they the aid that the patron was going to lend me? But it doesn't make sense. So as the rift was departing, I asked about Nearath and my father, and the void, it said that they were in fact alive and well. And, well, I think Drez had asked about Vivi, and Vivi was still definitely on the astral plane, and yeah, it turns out that the body he had been using belonged to someone else all along. Now, out in space, there was definitely something going on, battle and the like, but at least one of the infestors let go of the ship, or the station. Perhaps even both. I think I don't hear munching anymore. But now we'll have to figure out what to do. Before the patron departed, it gave us a starry robe that the spirit could inhabit, or Drez's spirit could inhabit. And, well, you have to see if Greg and Flurf were successful in taking over at least one of the infestor ships. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
During the recap, I completed my fan art.
I pretty much finished a beer.
I lost hearing in an ear.
Oh,
Really?
It's back now.
why did you? Oh, are you having
Absolutely
a stroke?
nothing of note happened to me.
I don't know. Anyway, let's see. So,
He's
Drez.
beautiful.
Drez.
Why couldn't
You're
the recap just be like, stuff happened, Snake Boy died, Greg is gone?
Rocks fall, self-identity dies.
Drez, you're a ghost in a cloak.
Yeah. Comfy.
A not naked ghost.
Oh, you know, I should probably,
We have to protect the the modesty of our spiritual brethren.
should probably, I'm just going to go in and hack your stats for a little bit
What?
to reflect your current existence.
I will not know what to turn
You're
them back into.
Incorporeal.
You better make a
Us.
separate page.
No,
'cause that'd
it's
be
fine.
bad.
I'm setting them as augments.
I
Or,
also
how
still
about
haven't
race?
fixed my health yet.
Yeah,
Whatnot.
well, we'll figure it out.
Leveling's hard.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see, is there
So-
anything else? Oh, right. You have, oops. Not 26, let's do plus 12.
What you doing?
I wonder what Alarin thinks about tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce? Well, I mean, in real life, I love tartar sauce. As for, and I also love fish. But as for Alarn, well, we were actually discussing this earlier. I feasibly, it doesn't make sense for there to be a terrestrial humanoid creature that has a lot of the musculoskeletal composition of a fish, because it just doesn't. They wouldn't be able to survive very long. Like, they'd break their bones, or bend their bones. Their bones would be cartilage and a bunch of other stuff. It's just
Hey Keith, do you remember what your original strength stat was? Before you put on the belt?
We if
Is it 14?
I think if we open my Grave of Man, I think I wrote the effect of the belt or something. I don't know. I'm checking.
Because I'm looking at it and you just put point by 11 for your strength, and I'm like, oh, nope, that's wrong. Okay, your strength was... no. You just set it to 21. Yeah, from the previous one. I'm going to say your strength was originally 14. And the belt gives you a +7. Alright. So you now have an 11... You are a very strong ghost. Comparatively. But I've changed your stats to reflect what you are. Don't take the belt off or things get real heavy. Let's see. What the hell? I just looked at Willow's defensive abilities. Natural invisibility and immunity to magic. Huh.
Yeah. No.
We're not... That's not. That's a definite no.
I'll just be invisible and immune to the stuff that guy says doesn't exist.
You have a plus...
See about that.
You have a stealth bonus. Have fun with that.
So if Drez disrobes, does he get a sensor bar or
If
not?
I get enough stealth, can I see Skitter?
No. But
We just
you can
can't
exist
see
in the
each
same
other.
realm. What's Skitter's perception? I don't think it was very good.
Wander, look
Yeah,
at my
because he has horrible wisdom,
look
right?
at my contribution.
Where?
in the
As
Discord,
oh.
probably, or
I made it beautiful.
Alright, internet. You get to
What is-
see this as well.
Oh.
you changed one
Keith,
of the creatures.
You should learn
from
how to
Dark Crystal.
Photoshop someday because you're very creative, but very shitty.
If I make the best photoshops of Dark Crystal characters better, they'll just be more embarrassing.
Exactly.
Okay. Anywho, so you're a ghost in a cloak. Your stats have been changed accordingly. What do you do?
Float.
Gotcha.
Well, that was informative. The whole conversation with the void being. Do I have to constantly wear this mask now?
I mean,
If you want to see Drez, which I mean,
I guess otherwise
you don't have to.
I guess otherwise I would look like Doctor Strange's cloak, just floating around.
Just the cape that floats around.
Oh, your
yeah.
body paint is gone. You should probably, I think that's the only thing you've lost.
Gotta paint the body paint onto the
Yeah, you
onto
gotta
the
find some
robe.
ghost. You
You
gotta
said
find
the-
some ghost paint.
ghost
Or-
paint.
or-
Maybe that's
yeah.
what the spicy paint is.
Oh, you
It's
never
just-
used the spicy paint.
I don't know what it
Spicy
is.
paint?
Just one of the weird things in my inventory.
I'm pretty sure it would just give you fire breath or something.
Okay.
That'd be a weird thing to paint yourself with.
It would prevent you from being eaten, I
That
think.
spicy hot sauce. I guess it'd be like some Electra shit where your tattoos give you powers.
What?
So I'm just gonna kind of oh right. You
Oh
didn't-
right, wasn't Greg floating in space?
Yeah, one of the
Because,
infest. Oh right.
Like he got too far away and the car
Yeah,
disappeared.
so Greg is flying back slowly.
It's
one of the
gonna. I'm out for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you guys go to pick him up. One of the infestor ships is under Flurf's control.
But what's
the
the
other
second
one-
one gonna do?
The other one is coming back to probably nibble on the station.
Yep. Okay.
So
Do we know where Greg is, or
No. Nobody
no.
knows where I am. Probably.
I mean, you could probably find him if you looked, but well,
well, why would we look?
Exactly.
I mean,
It's only Greg.
now that I don't know if the Slurm plan is entirely off, probably, considering that they're in these giant tanks.
oh right.
Huh?
Skitter runs off down the hallway.
But, oh.
That Skitter is such a scallywag.
Ah, sounds. Somehow losing your entire
Class?
body and way of life and identity dulls the effect of encountering a god.
Well, I don't really know what precisely he is, but, I feel slightly responsible for what happened to you. Not this, but what made you be, but then that begs the question of, were you just always a wisp? Like all the other souls that were teeming in the void?
I have no answers, but I seem to take turns being absolutely everyone else's minion.
It's
Shuddering
Well-
horrible memories of being Greg's horse.
That was pretty great. I liked it a lot.
Lung Drez.
well,
Wait, does this mean that Drez can go through walls and stuff?
not without the cloak or with the cloak.
No one's tried yet.
I mean, he could still teleport, I guess.
No, he doesn't have his shoes on.
Well,
Wait,
doesn't
what?
he still have his spell?
His shoes made him teleport?
Yeah,
he had
he's
the
got
warp
warp Jordans.
Jordans.
You gotta figure out how to get Drez some feet, or I don't know, spectralify his equipment.
Okay. Well, I promise you this, Drez. As soon as we figure out how to get you a corporal form and figure out how to perhaps release you from the void service or whatnot. Yeah, we'll buy you your freedom somehow.
We'll buy you a corpse somehow.
Ugh. I will buy you a corpse.
Corpse. I mean, look what
Perfect,
happened.
shiny, and new.
I mean, definitely not a corpse. The last time you used a corpse as a body, it rotted out from, well, around you, I suppose.
I don't remember that, and that sounds gross, so we must not have done it for very long.
Oh no, it was happening over the course of the campaign. It's just the thing that would reveal that it was happening never happened until the mud bath that Alarin got put in.
Oh.
And,
That we avoided.
and then it almost didn't matter because other shit was happening, so nobody bothered to ask questions about it.
Yeah, his
That time I accidentally poisoned you, and then I tried to fix it by poisoning you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that was straight up like hindsight plot reveal. That was going to be like a thing. Like post Zagnoth, Drez's healing spells were going to go bad, but he never healed a single person. So I was just like, all right, well, this
except
just,
for himself.
this just-
I
Yeah.
kept
Yeah, this
getting
is like-
shipwrecked on the other side of ships. Alone.
This is like the anathema from Divinity Original Sin 2. I guess it's a plot point. We missed it. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So in any case, do we hear the munching again?
yeah, I mean, seeing as you guys are just kind of awkwardly kind of having a non-conversation and not going anywhere fast, within, like, a minute or two, you do, like, feel the wreckage of the station shudder again and you hear the munching. Or, no, actually, you don't hear the munching.
is-
Mostly you just feel it. There's no sound.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's not much conversation to have because every question that either of us would ask the other one doesn't know the answer to. Neither of our characters really understand what's happening.
Yeah, but
mean,
you'd think you'd at least be like, "Oh shit! Look at you! What the hell happened?" But I guess not.
All right, you can ask questions, I suppose,
Well, save that reaction
for later.
Yeah.
Another
When
time.
Greg gets to react.
So,
Yeah. So speaking of, I mean, we're not talking about Greg immediately, but wait, the munching, it's back. Did that mean that they failed? We have to see what's going on out there.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna flash to them and see what they did.
Fair enough. Flurf, you are in direct control of one of the infestor ships just kind of floating in space.
Uh-huh.
The other one has come to munch on the station.
There's still tiny dress.
As the bike.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll replace that with Greg, who is slowly jetpacking backwards.
With his brand new helmet.
Ah, God. It almost looks like something is biting on top of Greg's head, and there's just like a trickle of blood going down from his eye.
No, I extended the scar because, like, I realized I only drawn the, like, upper half of the scar, and then when I took away
Yeah.
the beard, I didn't actually keep it. People think it's
Ye-
also potentially a ketchup stain.
No, it just looks like he cut himself shaving, and he looks
A
like he's wearing an
ketchup
anime helmet.
Wander, zoom in
Yeah,
on
both
that.
of those are
continually
true.
survives all forms of like actual puke and showers and so on.
I mean, when you say a ketchup stain, like, ketchup stains don't come out easy. Especially if you didn't bother to wash yourself for several years.
Mustard is worse.
In fact, those two things at like the top left and top right kind of look like blades, so it almost looks like he was trying to shave himself with his helmet. Cut himself with his helmet.
Okay. So is anybody going to do anything, or...
Oh yeah, when in Rome, you know, I'll just start cheering on the station too, since I'm in control of this bug.
What?
You take control of the
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna, you know, when in
So-
Rome.
Act natural.
So Alarin and Drez, you guys hear the station shudder once again as the other infestor starts chewing on the station.
No,
I
they.
mean, this thing probably runs on raw material, so I probably need to fuel it up.
Did they fail in their mission?
Yeah. By all accounts, from your perspective, it looks like we totally failed.
Yeah.
Well, time to see if I can go through walls.
All right. So, Drez, you realize two things. One, you can go through walls, though it becomes progressively harder the further you go through. You estimate you can go through about one tile of wall, as you currently are, and all your
yes,
stuff is left behind.
Ah, shit.
Wait,
My
what's going on?
clothes.
They were left on the other side.
I have an idea. I just have to fly into its brain.
Eh.
I mean, the thing that I'm controlling?
Yes.
I don't. I wonder what happens when you do enter an organic being. Though, don't try it on me.
I either mind control it or it dies. And we have a spare.
We do have
Wait,
two.
do you mind control it, or do I mind control you? Do we, like, rock, paper, scissors to mind control it?
How do you rock, paper, scissors in D&D?
It's no, not in D&D. It's like our own little mental lounge. We can like talk to each other and
It would probably be an opposed
card games.
will check.
Wait a
probably.
minute. Why is there a Boitano down there?
What? There shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
it's a
Was there
ghost.
one?
It's another ghost of
Oh, that's the one you summoned as a distraction.
Yeah, that was the weird fake Boitano that you summoned.
Oh, right. Those things are still on the ship.
Yeah. No,
We better watch out. I
actually, yeah, they're probably going to
start coming our
notice
way.
you at this point. Probably these two, because
I'm
they were hunting you
It
originally.
was nice of them to hang out back there where we had a whole conversation with God or whatever.
I'm gonna.
Well, their infestor ship left. They got confused.
Wait, you could probably just take over one of these things, right? And then like
If we control
them
one of
fight
those
each other
things,
and then-
can we summon an army?
I
I'm
suppose.
gonna try to telepathically contact Skitter, because that's a new ability I have.
Really?
Yeah. Skitter, where are
Well,
you?
I have a
Looting.
force field.
Get out the measuring tape, why don't you?
I am looting.
Skitter, the enemy is still aboard the ship.
Oh.
We're gonna come under attack.
Give me about 2 rounds and I'll be there.
I like how
Two.
previously Skitter ran off and we just heard a bunch of bottles clanging in the background.
I mean,
It
he
was
is
like-
furious.
That was Ladybird taking out the recycling.
But it sounded like sound effects.
Skitter's
We at
furiously
Grave of
shoveling.
Man have a rich soundscape.
Yes. It's more like a radio opera rather than
A very, it's a very
a Dungeons and
apartmenty
Dragons
soundscape,
game. Yep.
which I guess isn't usually rich. Oh well.
Okay. So you guys should probably roll initiative as these guys are on their way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how things go.
I don't even know how my body works yet. Puberty's hard.
Yeah, especially when this is like the 6th or 7th one you've gone through.
Oh, I don't. Give me a second. I know which monster this is.
Oh, whoops! Forgot to click on my character.
Actually, I don't know what monster this is. 1 second, I gotta
Try
grab the monster
again.
manual.
There we go.
Well, here's this. Or that's
Hey.
that.
I
Okay.
think Shell and I didn't click on our characters.
Been a little while since
Oh,
I
we didn't
used
click
these
on our
things.
characters. I'll have to roll again. I mean,
Oh, and I think Drez is still the space bike outside.
Aw. Yeah, I'd gotten an 18 for my
Space
first
bike?
roll.
Yeah,
Not a 6. That's terrible.
because if there's the little Drez icon in the initiative order.
No,
Yeah, maybe
the
not.
initiative is Nightmare Drez.
Well, yeah, now it is. Let's see, where was this? It doesn't sound good having this. There we go. That's the stuff. Are these? Yeah, these were the right things. Okay. So they're coming at you. They have, what's their initiative? 4. Okay. there we go.
Mine's supposed to be an 18, by the way, but it didn't go through. I'm
Well,
still
it's
last
fine.
anyway.
Yeah, let's see, 23. Okay, so they're gonna come at you. They're scuttling along the floors and the walls, kind of like.
Oh, right, because we still don't have gravity.
Yeah, there's no gravity, so they're slower because they have to keep attached. Anyway, Drez, you go first. You feel fast.
How does
I
it feel?
Fast.
Is it?
Very Sonic-like, I would assume.
Oh no,
this
I was
is
talking
weird.
about like texture.
This is weird. This is the level where druids gain the ability to shapeshift freely. Where they can just look like anyone they want to. And will all those forms look like ghosts?
Yes.
You know what? You're
I
right,
can
Bert.
be
I
any
imagine
ghost I want.
Ghost
I imagine
lizards.
fast feels like a spiky surface.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to... Oh, Jesus. I did not have my spellbook open. That was a mistake. Level up things. I'm gonna panic and just turn into one of them.
Okay. You are now a ghost thing. Oh, yeah, you have the ability to change their appearance at will, as if using alter self. So it's slightly different from, let's see.
So you're not actually transforming into the creature, you're
Yeah,
just making
no.
yourself resemble them?
Gains the ability to change their appearance at will, as if using the alter self spell, but only while in their normal form. An alter self allows you to assume the form of any small or medium creature of the humanoid type, if the form you assume has any of the following abilities. So you'd gain dark vision, low light vision, scent, or swim.
I'm gonna be right back. Like a minute.
But
Step in front of Alara and yep, already checked down here. Nobody down here.
That's gonna be real convincing. I'm convinced that Alara never even was in this campaign.
Whoa!
see if
I mean, they might be very stupid.
They lose interest and leave.
They lose interest and leave.
Wow.
Oh wait, no.
Wow.
One loses interest and leaves. The other one is not a little bit more.
What the fuck? Oh man, that ranks on the list of dumb shit I've gotten away with.
It's gonna try and poke you, I think.
But all it's gonna succeed.
Well, it crits you, so
What does that mean? What does that even
Punches
mean?
it pokes you in the heart.
Critical poke? Does he get my nervous system? Like,
oh,
do you
Damn
find
it.
a pressure point?
punches a hole in your robe. I don't know.
it hit a critical ghosty bit. Anyway, you take 5 damage and somehow feel yourself dissolving.
What?
What does
I
that
you're
mean either?
You have a somewhat physical form.
I
Huh.
don't know what these things mean. What?
Well, one way or another, you take 4 acid damage.
That's not nice.
Yeah. Alarin, Drez proceeded to convince one to leave. The other one took a exploratory crit out of him.
Ouch. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, the problem is I'm gonna have to maneuver in such a way so that whatever I do doesn't hurt
Oh yeah,
Drez.
you were in probably free float where you are.
Right, I don't have a means
Yeah,
to
you don't
move
have
either.
any locomotion. You had a wisp. And
Yep.
previously you were holding on to Skitter, but Skitter has left. So,
Right. Well, I don't want to do the wind wall or the gust of wind, because that would probably just send both of them spiraling
I'm
down the hallway.
I'm fairly certain gust of wind does not work in a vacuum.
At all?
How could it?
Yeah, like I'll give magical fire a pat. Huh.
Yeah.
Uh
I mean, I do have magical fire, but I don't want to use it.
Because wind is pushing things that are already there along. Magical fire conjures it into existence.
I don't know. Is Gust of Wind a conjuring spell?
Yeah, let me look it up.
It's an evocation, which might be different.
Yeah, it's an evocation.
Because most of these aren't, like, really suited for Starfinder. Creates a blast of air. Yeah, so I guess you create the air.
I mean, it's one of those things where even
No,
if
you can do Gust of Wind if you want to, but it's
yeah,
going
because
to...
even if the air is devoid of
It's
oxygen,
going to
there's
kind of
going to be
explode.
some kind of molecular, like something or other floating there that you can.
you are
move.
magicking... magic ignores the laws of physics, so you are actually creating air where there is none.
Yeah, I guess all those fire spells are also evocation spells. So
Yeah.
it's probably
Oh yeah.
you're just
So I guess it
creating
is
whatever
creating
it is.
That means she could like breathe in space
It's
as
just
long
the
as she can
silliest of
conjure
the
up air.
options.
Nah.
Try breathing 60-mile-per-hour wind.
It's not easy.
I mean, if it's your only option.
Speed breathing.
I'm probably not going to do that though, because as I said before, it would probably hurt Drez. So I'm just going to swipe at it with my Void Saber.
How did you get over there?
Oh, right, I can't move. Well then, I mean, I can Dimension Door, but
But that's a spell.
that would be.
That's
Well,
your turn.
I have the casting feat.
Yeah, she can
I can like move and cast, or
yeah, cast an
and
attack
move.
in the same round.
It's pretty cool. Well, yeah. This is so weird. Okay.
Canonically, do I have a body or am I just a head that's carrying a rope around?
You kind of have a body. I mean, you're not too far off of those like weird humanity floaty things in
And man,
Dark Souls. Yeah. Like if you want to kind of have a limb, you can kind of have a limb. Otherwise, you're just kind of a gaseous Drez cloud.
An optional limb.
I mean, it really just looks like you're wearing a robe that's very, very fuzzy.
So which has more of an existence, Drez right now or one of Greg's farts?
Greg's farts.
Greg's farts have presence.
Yeah.
Greg's farts stick to you.
Oh,
Emotionally.
that's not a fart.
Oh, it's more than a fart. It's an experience.
It's a way of life.
Okay. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I can't use the demon card again. I mean, this is sort of going to be funny. Can I throw the tower card through Drez's head?
By the way, when you're looking through your deck box, you have another card.
What's the new card?
Let me check what it is.
It's the
It's
Give
not
Drez
that.
new body card. What a coincidence.
There it is.
Can't just
I've got to
take your body.
Got to get rid of that. Okay.
Like, kill this guy and take his body.
You've had this card
That
for
would
a while,
suck.
but I just keep forgetting to mention that you have it.
Okay.
It is the what is it? It's the Fool card.
The Fool.
Yep.
Huh. Well, the Fool is the card of the adventure, like the hero's journey character, the unsuspecting person that starts. But I wouldn't necessarily want to use that here. I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the thing.
In a vacuum?
A creature that you can see within range. Within
Does
range
it have to hear you?
perceives everything as funny. No, it doesn't have to hear me.
Okay, sure. Then we're good. Yeah, auditory things are limited, but if it doesn't actually have to hear you, then it just makes the will save.
Yep.
And fails.
Haha, so it starts laughing.
It's in laughter mode. Okay, Drez, it's your turn.
No, really, there's no one here.
repeated uses of the same bluff, I think, fail on the target.
Maybe
But it does
just
think
has
you're
disadvantage.
it does think your attempt is really funny.
I mean, it'll keep doing this for a minute. We can just leave it, can't
The
we?
laughing.
Yes. That we could. Do you
So
just
do I have a over time acid effect on me?
Yeah.
Oh goody.
It doesn't actually say how long it lasts.
each time it takes damage, it can make another wisdom savings throw.
Yeah, well this is just like a critical corrode 1 die 4.
Oh, Drez, I got an idea. Well, I guess I can't tell him my idea because I'm not with him.
Nah.
So am I supposed to roll a resist?
I think you just take the damage for until you either like I want to say like use a move action to get it off of you, or combat ends, whichever comes first. Or if you know,
is it just that corrosive is on me now?
yeah. At least that's what I'm working with. There might actually be a proper way to do this, but Shell, how's
Well, I don't know what the
Axelon
spell is,
spelled?
so I don't know what to look up, I guess.
You can just go through a wall.
AXOLON.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it that way because I like how everyone was joking about axolotl.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the
It is more or
cards
less the way to
consistent.
get acid off of me, yes. It's just to go through the wall.
Yeah. Okay, so you slump through the door, and the acid is done.
It was a very successful lie. He doesn't think anyone's here.
Well, now he has a full view of Alarin, who is still sick from being poisoned, and oh wait, no, she
everything's
cured that with the
fine.
meds. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but he's laughing.
He is laughing for the next minute.
Yeah.
So you slump through the door. Gonna do anything else? I mean, you guys pretty much have a full minute's worth of whatever the heck you want.
Well, that was a movement and an action because I already tried bluffing.
Yeah, but you have like 10 rounds before it becomes...
Yeah, but now it's Alarin's turn.
I'm gonna teleport myself to the bike.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to telepathically tell Skitter and Drez, guys, get on if you want to live. I didn't mean the last part though. That's just a funny thing.
Come with me if we want to live.
I was doing
Okay.
a mission in WoW recently, and you're on a griffin saving people from undead, and that was literally one of the lines your character says.
Yeah, because it's a reference to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
Anyway, so you're on the bike. Shall I switch this out to space?
Yeah, let's go out into space and see what's going on.
Space.
Okay, so you go back out to space. There should be the Drez bike,
Drez bike.
which
You need to make
I
an actual speeder bike at some
think
point.
Alarin. Yeah, I should have worked on that today, but instead I got distracted
something
making
that
new
doesn't look
character
like a
tokens.
taxidermy dress.
It's just Yoshi Drez, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, somebody did draw a fan art of Alarin riding a Drez bike.
It was funny, yeah.
Anyway, so Alarin, you start to pull away from the station. I guess Flurf, you almost immediately become aware of the bike pulling away from the station, and you also become aware that the other infestor is aware of it too.
Neat.
Aren't you gonna leap to our defense? What's going on?
Well, the thing's not attacking you. Just because it's aware of you
Oh
doesn't mean
no,
it's attacking
no,
you.
it's moving towards them. It's just like it's not immediately going.
Wait, which one's me? I thought that one was me.
You're the white one. The
Yep.
the red one's the enemy one.
The white one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Crab
I can
battle.
select it. What?
Crab battle.
Crab battle.
What? I'm trying to rotate my character, but my screen's moving at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Is
Like
it on
your
the
whole-
same layer as the
Like your whole screen's
map?
moving?
It's like panning the view as well as rotating my character. It's kind of weird.
Oh, weird. That's
So I'm
those
trying to
supposed be
rotate my
two
character
different
one
mouse
way, but it
options.
rotates it the other way.
Huh,
Huh.
weird. Yeah, for me
Anyway.
it works.
I'm gonna move. I can't move because it's
Try
panning my
refresh-
screen.
Try refreshing the page.
Okay.
Because I bet what happened was you might have middle clicked or something, then clicked on something.
Let's give it a try. It seems to work now.
Yeah. Roll 20 is adequate ish.
I suppose. I mean, it's not like they've really done me any favors, but I suppose I'll intercept this thing to start munching on its butt.
Okay, so you're gonna attack.
You made it a cannibal.
So Durf, I'm gonna put the starships. Scroll down to Hive Guard, or just do Control F Hive Guard, and also roll for initiative. All of you guys.
Even us on the bike.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy. We can't roll
Oops.
in a way that puts us
I just
on the meter.
yeah.
We don't have tokens.
I just
to click
rolled
on.
for the collective bike riders. Apparently.
That's probably fair.
Well, no.
Travis can
yeah.
probably zoom himself around.
Yeah,
But we need
Keith,
icons.
if you just roll initiative, even if your icon's not on the board, you'll still get an action. You just can't move, unless of course
Okay.
you hop off.
No, I was talking about how like it won't go on the turn order. Like the engine.
I
thing.
mean, I can change that, no problem. Trying to figure out how these things would have for initiative. You know, I'm just gonna say they're slow. All right.
Their
It was a
slow
su-
speed.
It was a surprise attack on Flurf's part.
Yeah. So,
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Durf,
Really
yep.
impressive surprise
Yeah,
attack.
there you are. This guy did
Really
not realize
impressive
the other
bite on
guy
the
had been
ass.
possessed.
Okay, so Shell rolled an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess we'll use the Drez bike.
And it makes sense that Greg is last
And-
because you're far, far away. Probably just seeing all this transpire from
Can I? Nope.
how many hundreds of feet?
Okay, so Durf, did you find the Hive Guard?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do I know what
So-
I'm seeing? Hell no.
Okay. For the most part, if you scroll down to Gunners, you have a plus 13 to hit, and then your attacks are your different weapons, but they're all melee range, except for the net.
And you can do the manual rules in.
You lost me at 13.
Okay. Plus 13 to hit, and then attack, forward, port, starboard, and turret. Those are your various, like, crabby attacks. And you can fire a net, which is your only ranged attack.
So how do I attack?
You roll 1 die 20 plus 13.
There's a little die icon underneath.
It'll
the
say
pointer.
Gunners, Gunnery plus 13, that's your 2 hit bonus.
Above the question mark. Above the
Durf,
question
above.
mark, there's the dice.
Of what question mark?
On the far left, you know where you can pan your character.
Or in
draw
chat,
shapes.
you can do /roll 1 die
Yes.
20 plus 13.
Like so.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
There you go. Okay,
That
so
works.
you miss.
I miss biting?
You miss biting. More so realistically, the way armor class works is kind of a mixture of like either outright missing or like lancing blows. So like probably what happens is your teeth just kind of your ship's
Scraped
teeth
off
kind
the
of scrape off the
surface.
surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're
you
like
don't
a
actually
dog
manage
trying
that.
to bite a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, you'll manage to sink your teeth in and pop the thing, but right now you're just kind of scrabbling at the outside.
So I'm
Okay.
totes adorbs.
Anyway, so it almost immediately reacts in confusion and almost kind of upset, and then you don't feel anything from it anymore.
Oh, I'll act all confused as well, like it was just a mistake. Whoops.
Make
Whoops.
a bluff check.
Oh shit. Bluff.
It does not believe you. Okay, Trez, you are a fair ways away from this thing, but you can absolutely see it because it's gigantic. Each of these tiles, I think, is... I actually have no idea.
Each of these tiles is very big because two of them is the length of like the space station.
That's got to be like,
Hundreds of feet.
yeah. I was
How
gonna
we
say, like,
measure?
at
We can't
least
measure?
1,000 feet.
I'm trying to figure out.
Like at least a
Speed.
football field
No.
length, right?
Turns, no. Stunts, no. How big is a Hex
Excuse me.
Starfinder? All the discussions are saying intentionally vague.
Ah,
So people determine the length, I
That's
suppose.
Dumb. Okay, I have one person. It seems like they know what they're saying. One hex is approximately 12 glutherbs across. That's roughly 15.4
words?
Zelniks.
Fake units.
They-
Yeah.
They did this joke in one of the codex entries in Ghost of a Tale. It's just
Mhm.
this whole series of fake units in a string for like
Okay.
3 paragraphs.
Let's say, I mean, how many? Let's
Let's look at the station. How
yeah,
big was
so
the station?
it's 4 hexes long. Let's go back to the holdout
The
station map.
bugs are not proportional
No.
to the previous. Like they used to be way bigger relative to the station.
Okay, so I'm gonna say each hex is about 50 feet across, which makes sense. Each hex is 10 times the size of a regular square.
that's a small space station.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Alright.
It was never meant to be huge. I don't want to draw something that large. Okay, so space.
The final
Zoom it.
frontier.
Yeah. Greg, I guess you're not actually that far away from this. How far are you? 10 hexes. So you are
500 feet.
you're a mile away. Never mind.
It's fine. He'll be here any minute now.
All right, no. It's
500
50
feet's
feet.
not a mile.
Sorry. I was thinking 500 per square. Yeah, you're 500 feet away. That's
That's a lot of turns. I move 40 feet.
yeah. So you move 1 hex per turn. Anyway, so Drez, you're about
How did
You
you get that far
are-
out then?
you're 150 feet away from this.
I was
this
in a
thing.
spaceship that moved a lot faster than this.
Every
Oh,
single
you're not in
turn,
the spaceship anymore.
Yeah,
every
I have
single
to-
turn- we should have Greg state his inner thoughts for the audience to hear, just so
Oh.
that he has something
Greg's
to do.
space thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man.
Start date, whatever the hell Greg feels like.
he has a long
Stardate.
journey.
1, 2, 3. I wonder if that rock is edible.
All right.
Nah.
So Drez,
Got tired of counting very quickly.
Drez, you're 150 feet away from this thing, and it's looking at you with all of its eyes.
Could it stop? So I'm writing on the thing still, right?
Yeah, you're on the space bike. You could probably hop off if you wanted to.
And fly.
I don't know if I have much of a flying speed.
It's your standard movement speed, so 30 feet per turn.
I'm going to cast Blessing of the Salamander on Alarin.
Oh, what does that do?
Ah, shit. No, highlight things, don't drag things. She gets fast healing 5 at fire resistance 20, and +2 to combat maneuver defense, which I don't know if that affects biking, but we'll find out.
Combat maneuvers.
Fair enough. Okay, how fast are these things? Hive Guard.
So 20 fire resist and 5 healing per turn.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Probably good timing because it's
It already reached
it's
us?
very fast. Oh yeah. It moves eight tiles per turn. So it's gonna try and munch. You guys look quite munchable.
How are we supposed to survive this?
Is this turn order going in reverse?
No, so you're the top one. Then it's Drez, then it's the second one. Unfortunately, the tinting does not affect the turn order, so it's kind of confusing.
Oh.
I mean, I guess what I could do is...
Yeah, but didn't Drez just go?
Well, before this
Greg
encounter.
went before him.
No, Greg is... For all intents and purposes, unless somebody goes to get Greg.
I'm basically not participating
Yeah,
in
He's
this.
just having fun.
Here.
I wasn't
I'm just-
confused which one I was. I'm just saying, like,
There you go.
to me, it just seems like the turn order was going in reverse.
Nope. So
I'm
now
not,
it should be
I'm not the
clear.
8.
Right.
The 8 is
That's mine.
Lauren. She rolled clicking on the weird bike icon. I'm not even on the turn order because I don't have a token to click on. But I rolled a 21.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
So, Alarin and Drez make reflex saves.
Okay.
As this thing more or less is swallowing the bike whole.
Ah!
So I've tried to revise my saves because I couldn't tell. I was looking at the druid sheet, and it says that my saves are supposed to be +8, +4, +8, which I didn't
Correct.
have at all of. So do
Oh.
I add that to the existing saves that I already had?
No. Keith, look at your class information.
I'm trying.
No.
I
On
don't
your
know where to
character sheet.
start.
On your character sheet. It should say Druid, 9 base attack bonus, 4 skill ranks. You didn't fill in your fortitude, reflex, or will there.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so look
the
at your
sheet
character sheet.
confuses me so much.
I know it's very bare bones compared to the previous one. So look at your character sheet. Find your ability scores. Found them?
I'm control effing. Oh, the beginning. Okay.
Okay, now look immediately to your right.
Okay.
See how it says Druid, 9 base attack bonus, 4 skill ranks, and then you never filled in your fortitude, reflex, or will.
So that's where it goes.
Correct.
And then it auto completes down to my other.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. I was adding
So I'm
them as
gonna-
enhance because I could not see where it was supposed to go.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
But what is skill ranks then?
Skill ranks is how many skill points you get per level from your class. It's
Okay,
confusing.
so my reflex save is 21.
Okay. Because you've got very high dex. Okay.
And I can re-roll a failed reflex save.
So I think you both narrowly ditch the bike and land on its face.
Oh, ah! Can we have our individual character tokens then?
Yeah, we can get them in.
Now
let's
we
see.
just
Well,
need a level that is a giant rendering of that creature for us to walk around on.
all right.
Well, I mean, he has one, just not the top of it. Or do you have the top of it now?
Give me a second. This will take a bit. Nobody's going back to holdout station, I think.
No.
Isn't the top of it just that vector?
Yeah, he has a larger version of
Yeah.
it.
All right. So we're going back to holdout station. And we are deleting holdout station, revealing the whole map.
Goodbye.
Nobody will be back for you.
Blythe's ship is gonna be gone too.
Joke's on you. We somehow managed to spend 10 more episodes there in the wreckage.
Can I not?
Turns
Why the
out we
heck?
were the holdouts all along.
Oh
Trying to
my god. By the
I'm
way,
trying to
we still
reveal
have,
the
we're
whole
still
map, and it's
maintaining
not
like a
working.
100% destruction rate of everything we set foot on in space.
With
Uh,
the exception
so
of Blythe's ship.
So incoming RIP of this creature, who is the next thing we've set foot on.
Let's see.
Well, what's puzzling to me is, I mean, when Fleur bit the other ship, he said its connection to it was lost. Does that mean that when something in the hive mind acts in a manic fashion and is clearly no longer in control of the hive mind cuts it off? At which point, if we approach the Flaming Eye with the ship that Flurf has, it might not actually work.
Okay. So,
That's a problem
you
for
guys
future us.
Yeah,
on its
future
face.
us.
I gotta roll a reflex save for Skitter.
Whoa!
So I forgot he was on the bike.
Now, can I halt my progress
Uh-oh.
by stabbing
Well-
my... Wait, does Skitter get eaten?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Skitter gets
Oh.
munched. He goes down with the bike.
He's fine. He'll just stealth the teeth.
Yeah, so I'm
on
going to
this.
remove him. I'm just going to put him in the corner. Let's see. So
Skitter, no!
Void Saber it in the face.
Well, while I was like tumbling over its face, I was probably going to stab my Void Saber into it to serve as an anchor point. Can I do that?
no.
What?
There's no anchoring with the Void Saber. It doesn't
the
work
eye.
that way.
Well, then
What
it
do
would
you
just
mean?
make a large gash all the way down the back of it.
Well, that you can do that on your turn. Let's
Okay.
see. Lauren, your original initiative was 8, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's
It was
let's
8.
add you to the mix.
By the way, weird problem to point out.
Yeah?
The spell levels on this character sheet just stop at 6.
Yeah, Pathfinder, Starfinder is weird that way. Things don't go up to level 9.
Yeah, spellcasting and
I just got my first level 7 spell, and it just won't go on the sheet.
Yeah, what I had to do was I actually started going through all my spells and trying to find the equivalents in Pathfinder, and then I have little sticky notes, like the little transparent plastic ones that I've been putting on all of my laminated cards to designate what spell levels they are. Because I have a ton of 5th level 5e spells that are actually level 3 Pathfinder spells and stuff like that. Like, it's
Okay.
all over the place.
let's see. I guess I should probably add Skitter to the. I'll add Skitter to the turn order anyway. Let's see. Okay, so Alarn, it's your turn. You are on this thing's face.
Well, I'm also still flying through the air, right?
No, you have. Oh, right. Yeah, so you pretty much dive off. How do you stop yourself, or do you just bounce off the?
Well, that's why I'm going to be shoving my Void Saber into it and, like, having it slide all around down the back of the creatures.
Okay, so roll to hit.
You're just gonna rip its eye open.
Well, like, so I'm gonna go be like,
Ugh.
all the way down the back
Probably
of
not
this
the sound
thing.
it's gonna make.
No.
No, it's probably gonna be like
It's
a
gonna be
popping,
there's gonna be a lot
melting,
more fluid,
disgusting.
probably.
Slicing up eyeballs. I want you to know.
Okay, so roll to hit.
Okay.
Eyeball
Oh.
jelly doesn't grow back.
Yeah, so you bounce off the you bounce
Yeah,
out
I've heard
off
that
its
too.
I bounce off the eyeball.
yeah, you're over here now.
Another reason to be afraid of LASIK.
Alright.
Well, LASIK doesn't even it just like reshapes the lens in your eye.
Anywho, let's see. So there's that. Greg, you move a little bit closer. Flurf, what do you do?
El Flurfo? What do I do? Oh,
Well-
that's me back there.
Yeah,
So the
I'm just
butt
gonna.
one is Flurf.
Yeah, the
Right up on in there.
butt one's Flurf. I can't seem to tint this thing, unfortunately now. Oh, because it's on the map. 'Cause I don't wanna-
Okay. Now we're just witnessing Mother Nature. They're gonna make spacelings.
So this thing's not like what's the word? Robotic in any way?
No.
Yep,
Not
they're
really.
organic.
How am I controlling it?
Remember, you're a plant person, but you can biointerface with things.
Biointerface.
Yeah.
Effectively, you can you can hijack
It's
organic
exactly like
ships
DOS.
and systems.
So that doesn't count towards like my new advanced, like my new abilities that I got from leveling up.
I mean, it might. You'll have to say what your ability does, and then I'll tell you whether or not it works. That's how it always goes.
I can control my ship. Pretty much do anything at a range of 50 miles. So what I was going to do was jump off this one and start going to the next one.
So, wait, your character, or are you gonna try and hack the other one?
It was just gonna be my character, because this one, I can still control it after leaving it.
Correct. However, you can only hack one thing at a time. At least in terms of, like, this. And you also have to be touching it to hack it. It seems arbitrary, but otherwise
Okay.
it becomes overpowered.
Okay, so then what I could do is rig the one that I'm currently on to explode, and then jump off it onto this next one.
It does not have a self-destruct.
What do you mean it doesn't have a
It's
self-destruct?
a living creature.
Yeah, and living creatures have, what would you call it, an appendix?
I mean, could you command your own appendix to shut off?
Appendix.
I'm a plant hacker, of course.
I mean, there's
You
a
don't-
furnace in its stomach, right? What if he gets it to throw up or something?
Ew.
That's an option.
What the fuck?
It's actually
Hey,
the,
you've been doing plenty of that the last
that's
several
the
episodes.
flak thrower attack if you look at the list. Oddly enough, does not actually do as much damage.
It does have a power core, right?
Sort of.
The stomach.
Could I not command all of the fighters and crew on the inside to just...
No, there are. This is a living creature. There's no fighters or crew.
But it says Hive Guard.
Yeah,
The
that's
sheet
just the
that you
stat.
linked me to.
That's just the stat block we're using.
I mean, I think those guys had already released their minions
Yeah,
onto the
this is a
space
full-on
station.
living creature. It does not need a pilot. It doesn't need an engineer. Maybe kind of a space vet. But no, you can't command the crew to do anything because there's no crew. And even if there was crew, you couldn't command them because you're not hacking them, just the ship itself.
Oh, I thought the crew was like a byproduct of the ship.
No. So that's not what. So the stat block I gave you, the Hive Guard, that's just a close approximation of what this thing is, because I don't have like an official stat block made up for any of these things. I find the closest equivalent I can. Instead, because it saves me a lot of time. And so you don't have the full functionality of that, like a crew.
Okay, so then what attacks does this thing have besides bite?
You can shot web and you can hit people with claws.
All
and
right.
bite.
Can I bite off both of my claws and jump off to the next one on a single turn.
You can have your ship. You can have your ship attack itself
Just
once.
eat yourself.
I mean, you can also just attack with your
Fine,
own
I'll
ship.
bite it on the butt.
Okay.
Bite the other one on the butt.
Yeah, no,
Okay, I was
you
trying
can't
to
just straight up scuttle this thing in
self-destruct.
one round. No, you can't just scuttle a thing in one round. Even self-destruct requires a high roll. Because there's safeguards against that sort of thing.
Same roll as last time, I'm guessing. What was that? 1d20 plus 13.
Yep. Okay, you miss.
Yeah.
Trez,
Fucking
you are
should've gone
floating
with
in
the
front of
biting
this thing's
myself.
eye.
So, I don't know that's. I have no way of knowing that's turf, right?
Correct. But you do see one of the infestors trying to nibble on the other one's butt. But that's about it. And you do vaguely know that that Durf was supposed to hack one of them, but you have no idea if he was successful or not.
Let's do a. I'm trying to think of like if I should do a dice roll of whether or not Drez would reasonably come to the conclusion of the weird monstrous side.
Can't you just possess that one?
We don't know yet, but it's being attacked right now, so it seems like a bad experience.
But also has Skitter in its mouth, or who knows where.
All the more reason to possess it.
Everything's gross. I'm going to... Oh boy. I think this works. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cast legendary proportions on on Flurf.
What?
On Flurf's ship?
Yeah, on his creature. So he's
Okay.
gonna double in size.
Um,
Alright, give me a second.
That
Set
should give it an
dimensions.
advantage.
Man, it should be able to bite the second half of that ship
It's just
off.
g-
Be able to
might
bite
just-
it off, yeah.
It might just
it's
eat
gonna be
it.
able to eat it.
Jesus.
Oh my.
Oh God!
I can't move it any further off screen, so that's about
Hey,
as far
at
as
this
we
point,
go.
it might be so large
The
that
alpha
it's
male.
extended.
Claim.
How long does
Stop
okay, 1
doing
minute
that.
per level.
At this point, it's probably so massive. Greg might be able to get here faster.
Well, it just doubled from how long are these things? Does it say size, large destroyer? It does not say. That's annoying.
Greg was still pretty far away.
Yeah.
Well, now it's twice as tall and 8 times as heavy. That's a lot of weight classes above the other one.
Interesting.
Okay, here we go. So large is actually it just went from large to huge in terms of ship scale. This thing's about 500 feet long and now it's about 1,000. That said, yeah. Greg is now I'd say what 4 tiles away from the thing, so he'll reach its butt in about 4 rounds.
It's a fat load of good that's gonna do me.
Anyway, so you made it huge. No one knows what Skitter's up to. It is going to eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright, it is going to try and wail on Alarin.
Hey, another thing from like
Well, it misses badly.
good.
Wow, that's a perfect miss.
Yeah. No, it might
It's
be a
probably
little bit
distracted by being inside of a mouth of another creature.
Yeah. The nibbling has intensified. Okay, so Lauren, you were in free bounce backwards. You move
Wait,
further out.
I ricocheted off it in the
Yeah,
opposite direction.
You bounced off its face.
Oh my.
Because you tried holding on, stabbing it as you went by, and instead you missed your opportunity and just bounced off of it. What do you do?
Okay, what do I do? I'm just looking over my items to see if there's anything particularly good. But not really. So I think what I'm going to do, I really need to get to that ship. Or at least on the surface. I need to grab onto something. I don't necessarily know how. I mean, I suppose I can do my... Oh no, I can't do that again. Because I used it. Oh. I'm going to make myself invisible with greater invisibility.
Okay.
And that'll last up to a minute.
Okay.
Because I do not want that thing attacking me. But I have no means to get back to them at the moment.
Okay, so you go invisible. Greg, you move a tile closer. You are now 3 tiles away from it.
And what are your thoughts?
Holy crap, that thing just got really, really big. Probably
That is-
Drez's fault.
Alright. Flurf, you have now become the hugest.
You're getting that effect where you had no reference scale because you're in space, so you didn't realize how big it was, so you're getting
Yeah.
closer.
How does this affect my attack relative to its defense? Good question.
Yeah, just roll it and we'll see.
Hope. If he misses, then it's a moot point. Hooray!
Yeah, exactly.
Eh.
Because it's not like
Sure.
size actually makes it
Oh.
any more
It would
accurate,
help if
really.
I actually rolled it.
You can also press up, by the way, to go to previous rolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. No, you do actually hit with that. So size does make you a little bit more accurate, or more per se. You have a
Punch.
small bonus. Yeah. It mainly was like if you had rolled a 1. Wow, you have a massive 2 hit. These things aren't actually that defensible, if I remember right. Okay. Let's see. Hive Guard. There we go. So roll. You are doing. So roll. I'm gonna say 8 die 8 for damage.
I think this technically means I made you draw Vor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean art, right? I think the Wander drew art.
Great. Okay.
It
So you
comes
take a
full
big ol-
circle.
You take a big old chunk of the thing's butt. It's not looking pleased about this. Let's see.
what you get for ignoring me?
Drez.
Who taught you to flirt a middle schooler? Jeez.
Let's see. By the way, Durf, you have a plus 18 to hit. And you do 8 die 8 with your claw thing. Anyway, Drez, what do you do? Now that you've already made this ridiculous.
How do you always?
I'm gonna cast Blessing of Salamander on myself.
Okay. No one knows what Skitter's up to.
He's
It-
always fine.
Yeah. It's gonna turn around and
And expose the other half? Like, all
You
the better
know.
for munching.
I'm not actually sure what it's going to do. I think it like
Is that-
turns partially,
Didn't I
sees
just-
what's actually going on. It might book it. I think it's gonna book it.
How fast can it go?
I'm
being
gonna
as
fucking chase it down.
damaged as it is.
you
Okay,
kidding me?
so we're going to here. I'm gonna move it to back. Okay, whoops. Oh, we
What?
now have Sorry, I'm trying to make a Lauren and Drez token, so when we go back to the the space layer as opposed to the zoomed in layer. It's a little bit more obvious. Okay. So Lauren, Drez, it's gonna move.
Can I get my space bug token back, but like twice as big?
No, this is much more obvious.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Okay, you're a little smaller than that. There you.
It's horrible.
Maybe one
I bet when
more.
Flurp
One more
smiles,
size
there
down.
we go.
only the
Yeah, there we go.
corners of his mouth go up, so it's kind of like this weird, like, cuttlefish eye smile.
All right, Greg, you have moved. I want to say about 4
I
tiles.
was gonna go with dogs,
Yeah, about there.
but okay.
All right, and so that was its turn. All right, Alarin, it is speeding away from you at high speeds. Is now approximately 400 feet away.
Oh no. What about Skitter? I mean, if I use the mana crystals, I will be able to... Wait, how far away is it again?
400 feet.
Okay.
Just to clarify, that thing is half of itself. Like, did I actually bite off its butt?
You didn't bite off its butt, but there's definitely space. There's definitely goo coming out.
Gross.
I want to
For
consume.
frame of reference, you took off about a quarter of its health in one hit.
Because I want to try to port over to it. The one issue is how I'm going to attach myself to it as soon as I reach it. So the only things that I have here... Let's see what I have. I have a lot of stuff. The problem is I don't know if I do what I think I'm going to do, if it's actually going to hurt Skitter in the process. Because that would be bad. At the same time, the thing I'm thinking of using is hollow. So maybe it'll hollow out and everything inside it will just be inside it? Question mark? Okay. I'm going to teleport to it. And I'm going to bring out the random horn that I have. Because it is a random horn. And I'm going to use the duct tape orb to merge it with the horn.
Wait, you're gonna waste
What?
a duct tape orb on that?
Well, if it,
Waste. Duct
They're
tape is
fucking awesome. Duct tape
multi-purpose.
is amazing.
I mean, how else are we going to make this thing stop? It has Skitter in its
I
mouth.
mean, effectively, you're just adding a handle onto it so you can hold on.
No, I thought that this was going to turn it into a giant horn.
No,
Right.
Or
a
that's not
horn.
how it works.
no. The duct tape orb generally gets the closest fusion, and if something
Okay, well,
wildly outmasses the other, then really all you're doing is gluing the horn onto it.
fine. Instead, I'm going to bring out the ooze and slap my hand onto
All
the
right.
creature.
All right. So you slurm your way onto its
Basically
back.
lick your palm and slap it on the thing. Ew.
Yep. All right.
And I'm going to... Can I do this? Like, I dip my hand into the bag and slap my hand down, take off my hand, dip it into the bag, slap it back on, so I can, like, crawl along the surface?
On your next turn, yeah. Right now, you've just hooked yourself onto it.
Okay.
All right. Greg, you move a tile closer.
Can I share a thought?
Sure.
I don't have any.
Okay. Let's
Are
see.
you proud of yourself?
No. Yes.
Gotta look something up quickly. What happens when you attack a power core?
I mean, the thing that you told me that I couldn't blow up.
Yeah, but if you're physically inside the thing beating on it, what happens? Because it doesn't give like a health
Oh, you
value.
mean Skitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skitter stole Drez's Warp Jordans.
Oh. Can he warp out?
He could. It really doesn't say how much HP it has.
Skitter gets more powers.
That plot armor.
Oh god.
I mean, he was gonna be in the magma belly otherwise. I don't know
One
what
of
else
these
he was
days,
supposed to do.
that plot armor is going to be too heavy for him.
I mean, he is absolutely killable. He's almost died twice. Once at the hand of a mid-boss and once at the hands of Drez. So,
He got scared both times. It was hilarious.
yeah.
Aww.
There's no such thing as too much plot armor from the perspective of said character. You just become Ichigo.
Let's see. It's, okay. We'll figure that out later.
Ichigo Kurosaki, where he's just like, I'm half god and half demon and half
Half everything,
goblin.
yeah.
Can't be
I think it was
Warhabs.
literally half every available race in the Bleach
That's
universe.
because we just didn't know. Oh, you're talking about... Yeah, never mind.
Talking
Yeah.
about Ichigo.
Yeah, Ichigo, not Skitter. Skitter is just a very confused goblin that has a belt of dwarven kind for added flavor. Anyway, Flurf, it's your turn.
Well, now I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Well, it's running away from you.
Yeah, I was going to chase it down and chomp its butt again, but Alaran's on the butt now. I mean, I might as well try. Dude,
It's your chance to get rid
even
of one of
select
them.
my,
You've
I'll
got-
tell you what to
You've
do.
got claws. Like, you don't have to just chomp. You can...
Clamp on.
I
it.
Yeah.
want to consume.
I mean, once you kill the thing, you can absolutely have your ship eat it. That's...
That's kind of
Unless-
the Flurf way.
Wait, no, Durf, hold on. Explain to me how you eat, like, a standard meal. Do you just put your face in it and just start munching?
Isn't that how everybody eats?
No.
No.
God. If I ever see you in person, we're going out to poutine, and you're gonna have to show me how Canadians eat.
Uh-huh.
Do you have facial hair, Durf?
Yes.
Wow, what a surprise.
So
What?
then he ends up with facial fries. Oof.
I thought I saw a Putin turf.
What a rhyme. That was pretty neat.
Oh yeah,
I
that
can't
was
actually
kinda neat.
select my character.
Oh, sorry. Let me change that for you. There you go.
Yeah, we're totally gonna.
That is the silliest looking thing. Oh my
What's
god.
going on?
All right, roll the hit.
You're right in the mouth too, Alarin.
Wait, is he chomping over me or
Yes,
Do I-
you're
Yeah,
about to enter the belly
Are you
of
being
the Durf.
careful about this, Durf, or no?
Yeah. Alaran will be
Not.
away from the teeth.
Oh, okay. So she's on its back. Are you like going underneath, or?
that's why he flipped over, right? Going for the stomach now?
I was just to align the mouth. I figured if Alaran's like on the very end of the butts, I would just sort of eat her. Because like I'm in control of this thing, so it's not like I'm gonna. It's perfectly fine if she's inside.
What?
That's what I figure.
Yeah, probably.
Well, no, its belly is still filled with effectively molten metal.
Yeah, but aren't I inside, like in the head?
There's two different parts.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. If I bite it and
Well,
Alaran goes in,
I thought you
You
said
can
there were
just,
two chutes. Couldn't he send me down the chute that goes to the lungs?
Well, no,
or-
you'd have to jump off, but you were currently stuck in it, and also
Just go
you-
directly into his lungs. Oh.
Well, that's how Wander described it. There's like a second.
yeah, there's
area.
Yeah,
there's
that's
two
how the
tubes.
larynx works.
But like
also...
when you're eating food, you're pretty much selecting the tube of two
No,
stomach,
no.
not like
I'm
you're
biting it.
yeah, but like
Doesn't mean I'm eating.
Normally when people say they're inhaling food, they're joking.
Okay, so you're just keeping it in its
So
mouth.
he's
Okay.
bit
Well, I
it.
do want to bite its butt off.
Well,
but it doesn't mean I
but
want
currently you're just clamping down. You're not
He doesn't
actually
wanna
like
swallow,
taking the bite
that's
out.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so roll 4d8 because this is more delicate, so you don't just destroy Alarin in the process. Alarin, still make a reflex save.
Okay, just to avoid the potential for teeth. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It takes 18 damage as Durf clamps on. This is bad.
Now I'm inside the mouth, correct?
Correct.
And what do I see behind me?
Okay. So you see, effectively the largest mouth you have ever seen in your life.
It's a space megalodon.
And there, yeah,
Except it's probably more like raw.
there is
Ah.
instead of like the uvula, is it?
Yeah.
There's a flurf,
yeah.
and he's standing there.
Wait, Flurf is dangling
Ew.
from the roof of this thing's
No,
mouth?
there's two tubes, but flurf is on the top upper one. So
Okay. Let's see.
it's cavernous. It's like 100 feet across.
It is.
You're like 50 feet from flurf.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're still invisible.
Wait,
Oh.
wait, then how?
So then I technically didn't know that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know that
Yeah,
I was...
you'd have no idea. Huh.
Wow.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
no.
roll another 4d8. Alarin.
Alarin had a nice run.
Yeah. So, Alarin, what you have done is you are now standing on Flurf's ship's face.
I am?
Oh, wait, no, you're stuck to the thing's back. No, your
Oh my
reflex save does
God.
not help you.
Wait, I can do the
Oh,
second. I can do
no.
the second reflex save though.
No, you're stuck to its back with glue. All right.
So, about
Things
that,
get
what,
toasty.
So what class would you like to play next, Lauren?
Hey.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Well, no. Like he could still be.
So
I mean, the teeth has wide gaps. She could be stuck in the gums.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no,
we'll
no,
have
no.
to floss Alarin out.
Like we don't know precisely like what part I'm connected to and what part he's clamping onto. Like it's possible that he could bite just before where I am, or just
yeah, so
after.
Lauren, you managed to like get out of the way of the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You're still going towards the belly. You take
Basically,
it's
no matter,
very
no matter
hot.
where you are, I recommend your next spell be a dimension door.
Right.
Yeah, I mean at the very least you take a lot of fire damage. Well, okay, that's not
That's
as
not
much
that
as I
much.
thought. You take 8 damage, 8 fire damage.
8? Only 8?
Skin of the salamander. Keith,
All right.
Keith had your back.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, thanks.
Was it the fire resist or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fire resist. Yeah, I was like, oh, we're probably not going to
Even-
face fire.
Even when we screw up, we still skirt our way to victory.
The power
Alright.
Drez wields is worrying.
He's
All right.
blown up a planet.
On accident.
That's the
That's
scary
the
part.
scariest part.
Okay, so can I use the dimension door? I crushed
It's not your turn
It's
yet.
not my turn yet. Okay.
Drez,
I'll do that next
this,
turn then.
This whole problem town is getting kind of far away from you. You see a giant butt.
I heal for 5 damage from
All
salamander.
right. You also probably see Greg very slowly flying your way.
Yeah, I was gonna try and grab onto Flurf, but now I gotta grab onto Drez.
The incorporeal thing to grab onto.
Yeah, Greg, you do not see Drez in this.
Oh,
Drez, you are
well,
effectively
then
invisible
I'm
in
gonna
space.
Chase after the
You
Flurf.
are very.
Greg
Yeah,
also
you were.
doesn't know what I look like.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't. I'm not coming towards him at all. I guess I'm gonna head to the space station actually to try and capture my bearings from that.
All right.
That's good.
Hey,
a
the
lot
place
of-
we said we were gonna go back to. Guess is going back there.
Well, I've deleted it, so we're just gonna have to make believe.
We're gonna
And
it got
imagine
it got
That's
crunched
either
up pretty bad.
imaginary.
All right. Let's see. So Skitter, no one knows what Skitter's up to. The thing is going to. Jeez, probably shit in your mouth.
What?
Hell.
Alarin, make a reflex save.
No.
as you are getting hit by a lot of magma.
He's Gregging you.
Or hot metal.
Can I
Dung pie.
redo that one?
If you want to.
Yeah.
All right.
Better.
It's a little bit better.
All right, because yeah, pretty much these things have 2 exits for hot metal, and boop. All right, you take 20. No, you take 1 damage.
I
from
feel
the fire.
bad for it. It's probably scared so much right now.
Yeah,
Scared shitless, yeah.
these things don't have natural predators.
I don't really feel that bad for you.
I was trying to save Skitter, and now I'm being eaten.
Has Skitter ever
And
demonstrated that he
defecated on.
cannot take care of himself? Skitter's already been out of that thing's mouth for like 5 turns.
All right, Alarin, it's your turn.
Okay, so do I see Flurf at the Undula or Uvula?
I guess
or Wula,
honestly,
whatever
at
it's
this
called?
point, Flurf is probably or not Flurf. Skitter probably actually would have warped to you.
How would he know where I am?
Metagame knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh.
More plot armor.
Well, no, because he just took. Let's see, how much damage did he just take? Well, he took 21 damage from that. And okay, so Skitter is next to you and has gotten shat on as well. He looks significantly less prepared for this than you are.
Okay, so he's just next to me, right?
Yeah.
Skitter, how? Okay, there's no time. We have to get out of here.
You might or might not notice the oversized warp Jordans on his feet. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Just
Like-
like floppy shoes on him.
Yeah, it's like a kid wearing like a large man's shoes.
Uh-huh. So what you're telling me is I shouldn't teleport.
I mean, you can. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but you also notice that he's not doing it immediately.
Okay, well...
Oh, he does have evasion. So yeah, I guess he takes no damage. God damn, rogues are broken. Alright, anyway.
So can I use my perception to see what we can do to get out of here?
Sure. So you effectively are...
Ooh.
Well, alright. So you notice that there are 2 tubes. One is kind of closed off, though you might be able to get to it and get in. You are in a vortex of
Metal.
metal, molten metal, carapace bits, flesh, ichor, and a bunch of other stuff as the Flurf ship is going to town on this thing. It is at half health, and that half health is inside Flurf's mouth, or the Flurf ship's mouth. So it's kind of busy where you are. What else is there? Jeez, not much. I mean, you notice some things go by.
Well,
That you might want to look into retrieving later, maybe.
so I definitely don't know what that door is, so I would be suspect to just try teleporting past it. That'd be bad. So I think I'm just going to teleport Skitter and I outside of this, if I can,
Okay.
because I don't want to have to go through another round of that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, you
Okay.
might hear Flurf on the other side going, "Ha! Take that! Your ass is mine."
No, you
Ah.
probably would hear that with a nat 20. I mean, it's an impressive thing to hear through all the horror crunching and whatnot, but
Really,
I
I
mean,
do
it
hear
sticks
that.
out so much as being absolutely horrible, so
yeah.
it's
I
the
do
worst
hear
sound
that.
to hear entirely.
Alright.
I do,
Yeah,
and I can definitely tell it's coming from that door.
probably, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna teleport us at least 10 feet behind that door.
Okay, so you land in what looks to be some kind of weird, gross room with like a pulsating crystal thing and Flurf.
Why?
Alright, so Flurf, oh geez, what were your ship? Your ship does take damage from being blasted.
This is so gross.
So you take 4 damage.
Is that my character damage?
No, that's your ship damage, but you do know that it's taking damage.
Oh, I have a starship tab on my character sheet.
Yeah. You can fill in
Probably
the
should have been
details
paying
if you
attention
want.
to that.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway,
I mean, if the 4 damage is like insignificant, I could probably just ignore it.
You have 170 HP total. Actually, let's
Noted.
round that up to 200. But yeah.
Super noted.
So I assume you're just gonna keep.
194. Or 196, I
Yeah,
guess.
196. I assume you're just gonna keep munching until this thing is dead?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so effectively, we're just gonna trade rolls and until the thing dies, because it's not getting away from you. You've taken out too much of it. So roll damage.
Now you feast.
That's the 1d20, right?
Correct. No.
Oh.
It's the 4 die 8. Okay. So you do 23 to it, it does 6. And we're just going to trade back and forth, because I can't think of a better way to handle you devouring a live creature.
Nom nom nom, crash, crunch, crunch.
Gross. This is like those insect National Geographic videos.
Alright, so keep track of damage.
This is
then you take,
Pac-Man.
you take... Oh, you did 23, then you did 19. Okay. Okay, so you take 6, and then 8.
So I'm at 182.
Yeah. For the most part, this probably won't matter, but if you accrue too much damage, it's going to be kind of obvious. Alright. You take another 8. You take another 7. You take another 7.
I'm down to 150.
Okay.
Is this thing dead yet, though? Like,
It is, yeah. At that point, you pretty much swallowed whole
Ugh,
for the rest of the way. This is gross, but you have now killed the thing.
this kills the
Unfortunately,
crab.
it does look like you will not be able to devour any ships in the conceivable future with this one, as it is, you have pretty successfully burnt out its mouth.
that sounds gross in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Well, as long as Durf doesn't feel the pain. The ship
All right.
does, but...
Greg,
Yeah, it's not me, it's the ship.
Cue
Greg,
Durf
over the course
feeling
of that,
agonizing pain.
you've probably reached the butt of this thing.
I'm not...
In
Why
all
would I be
those
heading to
turns.
that thing? Oh, wait.
No,
I do
right.
know that that's the flurf.
No, you were going for the freehold state. No, not freehold. Holdout station.
Yeah. I was going to hold out station to the
Okay.
docks, or like the
Yep. So you're hanging
spaceports
out
to see
there
if there's
watching this happen,
anything.
probably.
No, I was looking for any sort of locomotion.
There is next to nothing. It looks
All
like
right.
it's been picked clean or destroyed. Actually, make a perception check
Okay.
and maybe a hide check, because you notice there's creatures on board pretty quick.
Ah.
Oh,
All right.
right. There's still enemies.
Oh, that's a
All
fine
right.
stealth.
Well, yeah, you're fine. They never notice you. Because they probably weren't really looking for you. They look kind of confused. All right.
I mean, their
So-
their creator or parent or whatever the fuck is either
Bailed
dead
on them and
or,
ate their
or,
mom.
or it's either dead or currently flurf.
Yeah. All right. So, Flurf, what are you gonna do? Seeing as you pretty much are the only person with any major,
I'm gonna eat the station.
Okay. So you start knobbing away on the station. Greg, the station, it feels like you're standing on a jackhammer.
Oh, I know better than to stand on this thing. I'm getting the hell out.
Okay.
No, Skitter and I are in there alongside Flurf, right?
Yes.
Flurf, what are you doing? We
Munch,
still
munch,
need to get...
munch, crunch, crunch, crunch.
What about Drez and Greg?
Are you trying to reason with a character that's never been reasoned with ever? The power has been given to the wrong hands.
What about Drez and Greg? Didn't you guys escape?
Well, I mean, you were with Greg last. Where did he go?
I make the ship physically shrug, even though no one can see it from the inside.
Drez and Greg, you see the ship shrug.
Oh, that's the flurf.
Is that a known flurf gesture. Does Slurf normally even have gestures? He's a cube.
I don't know. I go over and I start like
We
waving my
intuit
arms in
that
front of
it's
its
a
eyes.
Flurf.
Am I
starts
able to
like-
see that? Like see the tiny Greg.
Who looks like
Yeah.
a samurai.
That's
Robo Samurai Greg.
I will.
Gotta get back to the Flurf Samurai, Greg.
Let's
I
intentionally inhale Greg. Just
I
like
use my telepathy?
snort some Greg.
Okay. So after about 13 minutes of this, you
Why would
pretty
a
much
spaceship inhale? Why would it have that capability?
Yeah, good question.
I mean, it's more like you net him and just reel him in.
Oh, because it doesn't have like a tongue for a net?
It's got a web shot thing.
a web shot.
Yeah.
Are they
I would
even,
think that
are they
creature
even
like this would have a
inherently
tongue.
ships, or are they just creatures we can conveniently use as ships?
Pretty much the latter.
Gross.
All right.
It's gonna smell terrible.
So Drez, do you join them?
I suppose so.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna be in the cold void of space forever.
Yeah, I was about to say
Okay.
add the little.
And I
forever at
blend
the
in
end
with
of it.
that background, so it's scary.
Yeah. Let me.
what
I am,
having a
I am
having
the
a
color
companion
of
so close to you?
I am the color
Alright.
of space.
So after pretty much immediately after devouring this thing, you guys end up here, and then the ship goes back to regular
That
size.
me? What the hell is that?
You're covered in slurm.
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
Oh
I'm
my
in a box
god, there's a
covered in
custom
slurm.
drawing of
I-
that too.
Yeah.
All right.
Apraxic is very
He looks
motivated
like-
about.
he looks like a mimic, but like one that you really don't want to see.
Speaking of
He's
art,
a
I
mimic.
just encountered the ghost Drez in a star robe with column jointing art.
Yeah.
It's like, is that box sweating? God,
Ugh,
what the
gross.
hell's wrong with
That's a
it?
bad sentence. Don't say that sentence.
Let's pull up that Drez fan art if I can find it.
All right, talk
It's
about
way
the
up
one where
there.
he's the bike, because I'm looking at that right now and I love
No,
it.
there was another one.
I like how
Discord.
the arms of the bike
I can
are
throw
Greg
it
holding
into
the
That's
tire.
after.
behind
I mean,
the curtain.
Close.
Drez holding a
Yeah.
tire.
It might
Is that the one?
It might have actually been posted to the Shattered.
It's in
Talking
Spoiler
about?
Town.
Oh,
I
it's
put
in
it
Spoiler
in,
Town.
in
Okay.
curtain.
Oh, there
Why-
it is. Yep.
Why do you guys wait? Never mind. Of course, you guys would have party member roles. Why don't I have one?
Are you on the D&D
Someone
Discord?
forgot.
I didn't
I
even
am.
Or
see
didn't
you
know-
on
or
the
didn't
I have
notice you were
actually
there.
never seen you on the Discord, so
Maybe-
I've never bothered to.
All right, I'll say something in Spoiler Town.
Perfect. I don't promote my own mods on there unless I see them post.
I think I
There
was
you
just
go.
getting a slight hint that I was going to be killed off soon, and
Oh
maybe
no, no. The only permanent deaths any players will experience in this campaign is if they want to stop being part of the campaign. At which point we'll arrange something. Anyway, you
Congratulations,
guys.
Darth. You're green now.
You guys are
Whoa.
in this
In
gross
game
ass
and in
room.
life.
Surprisingly, there's almost no smell to this thing. There's some
Surprisingly.
serious taste for
It's
Greg.
I was
the
gonna
old-
say my next question is how about taste?
It's just the
Oh,
overwhelming
okay.
smell of Greg and Slurm.
Yeah, it tastes like ozone, if anything.
Oh, I love the way that ozone smells and tastes. I'm not
There
even
we go.
lying. Ozone is a wonderful smell.
And is there air in here or no? Not really.
Yeah, actually.
Oh. Weird. Wonder what's producing it. And is this some kind of glowing, pulsing heart brain thing, or what is it?
Yeah, you're not really sure what it is.
In any case, I'm going to brush
Poke it.
myself off because there's likely cooled bits of metal just.
I'm gonna poke the brain.
Okay, so
Ah.
there's it's kind of like it's kind of like a rock underneath like a gelatinous mass. I don't really know how to describe it. I guess it's like if you were poking like your forehead, kinda.
Or like that weird multicolored grainy rubbery stuff they put on the floor sometimes.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that kind of insulation before they put carpet down?
I don't know what. No, it's like stuff they would have in like public-ish indoor areas that have like a weird rubbery floor.
It's a little bit more gushy than that. It's like have you ever
Poke your cheek?
yeah, I was saying like kind of like your forehead or like one of those like gel pads on a mouse pad or something.
Oh my god! So that was
Yeah.
my roll to see if Greg is able to perceive Drez.
No. You can't see Drez.
No, you can't.
I don't know if
In
you
fact,
see
Drez
the.
is actually really hard to see.
I don't know if you see the ship.
Do I feel
Does
Drez
that mean you
poking
even
the
see
brain?
the
Keith,
cloak
make a
floating around?
Keith, make a
Nope.
stealth check.
There you are.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Wow.
In fact,
That's high.
nobody knows Drez is here. Unless
But-
Lauren puts on the mask.
But
at which
I've been
point
wearing
he's
the
alive.
mask this entire
Yeah,
time.
so Lauren, you can probably still see him. That stealth check is for most normal people.
Okay, I'm counting everyone. Ah, thank goodness everyone's here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. We got one, two, 3, 4. Yeah, that's all of us.
Greg does a numbers check.
I like to
Critical
think
fail.
that Greg just forgets to count himself, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's everyone."
This is normal.
Yep.
Or you mean he counts himself as...
This
I don't
time
know,
he
with
counted
that low of a
himself.
perception check, I think Greg has actually just forgotten Drez existed.
Honestly, with that low of a perception check, I
Yeah.
think that Greg just miscounted his fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you guys saw Greg pull off his boot and start counting on his toes because he couldn't figure out his fingers for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so they finally managed to hijack one of the Flaming Eye ships without blowing it up or any, well, no, some notable casualties of a sort. But what awaits them on their journey to the homeworld of the Flaming Eye? What is on that ship? How does it work? Will Flurf turn it into some kind of new nightmare for the party to have to deal with? Guess you'll just have to find out on the next episode of Shattered Planets.